Hey YouTube people, so I was this out driving around, picking up passengers, and did a pickup at Columbia Sportswear, and my passenger was a security guard there, and this guy had to be one of the most awkward people I've had as a passenger.
Awkward how?
How do you describe awkwardness?
Like, what did he do?
Or
not do?
So I feel like it's very hard to define awkwardness.
Okay.
However, he squeezed himself in the front seat. He's a largest dude. Squeezed himself along with his bag in the front seat instead of going to the back seat where there's a lot more room.
Mm-hmm.
And then would give very succinct and comfortable sounding answers to my casual small talk questions.
Okay.
I was just asking him about the basics of his work and how he keeps himself entertained, and he would just give short answers and then act like he was uncomfortable just in general. And he had a YouTube video queued up on his phone, and there's no text or anything coming in. He just kept looking at it and kept looking at his phone like he really wanted to play this video. I said, feel free to play the video if you want. He said, looks like you wanna. He said, okay, thanks. And then he just kept looking at his phone acting like he was waiting for a text to come in, but his screen was just on a YouTube video waiting to be played. So you know about people looking at their phone just to try to break the awkwardness, looking at the screen, looking at text and stuff.
I suppose.
They'll just keep glancing at their phone. I accidentally do that.
Okay.
Yeah, where you just look at your phone to.
So that there's not an awkward silence.
Yeah,
something to do.
It helps break the awkward silence. But this guy literally had his screen on. There's no messages. It's just a friggin' YouTube video queued up, ready to play, and he just kept looking at it. And I was trying to break the awkwardness by asking him basic questions, and he would awkwardly, instinctively answer them, and then get back to awkwardly looking at his phone.
Maybe.
And then avoiding eye contact with me.
Maybe he didn't feel like the video he wanted to play was appropriate to play in front of someone?
I mean, maybe, but then turn off your screen or look at text or something.
Yeah.
Not keep acting like you're just
save it for later.
Just save it for later. Do something else.
Yeah. If
you're gonna keep looking at your phone, do something with your phone where it's apparent that you're not just looking at the same screen.
That's funny.
Yo, and then also, it's just weird when people sit by themselves in the front seat and then opt out of any conversation.
Yeah. And
don't want to look at you. And I don't know exactly what awkwardness is or why that's so uncomfortable. To have someone sit next to you and then not look at you.
Yeah.
You'll talk to them and they'll give you hey, what's going on, man? Not much. Yeah. Look at their phone. Look away, look at their phone. Oh my god.
Why are you up here?
Why are you squeezed up here in the front seat with me? So we had a very...
Probably because it's more comfortable.
Maybe.
The back seat of a car is not as comfortable as the front seat.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, your back seat is very comfortable. Weirdly comfortable, but...
Weirdly comfortable for a Prius?
Weirdly comfortable for a car, in general, the back seat of a car, but I don't feel like people know that when they get in for a ride.
I mean, almost everyone who's by themselves, or I'd say probably 2/3 of people, will sit in the back seat if they're by themselves.
I don't.
Anyway, he didn't ask me a single question for a 25-minute ride.
Ooh.
It was very intense and very quiet. And I just played my music. And he was getting to me at one point. So I tried to make small talk and started stuttering because he was freaking me out so much. It's giving me anxiety with that shit. Ugh. I don't know how some people manage to be that way.
That's funny.
I feel like I'm an awkward person some of the time, but I don't know.
How do you describe awkwardness?
What's the difference between an awkward conversation and a flowing, natural conversation that feels playful and genuine?
Yeah, what
I
is
don't know
that?
if it's the words. There's some feel to it that makes it nasty.
I kind of feel like it's just a vibe thing. Like it's not something quantifiable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of awkward situations, I ended up getting a hankering for some cold cereal and dropped by Safeway on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
And they were closing like 4 minutes after I got there. So I was one of the last like 2 people in the store. But the last person in the store besides the employees was this lady who, it sounded like she got a call from someone, and she like started having like an argument over the phone with whoever this was as the employee was waiting next to her for her to leave, so they closed the door. And she was like yelling at someone on the phone. She's like, I can't, they're closing right now, I have to go. The employee's like standing there just waiting, like it's against store policy to kick her out, so I'm just gonna wait here and try to make her slightly uncomfortable to move so we can go home.
Where was this?
Safeway. The employee was just waiting for her to move outside the door so they can close it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that people should tell us in the comments if they can quantify awkwardness. If you have an idea about what is that thing that makes things just not vibe.
Just not work. Yeah. Factually, it can all be there, but something about it.
Yeah.
Goodbye, YouTube people.
Bye, YouTube people. All right.